In Tacoma, we always start with a simple question, which is, what's best for kids? When we think about the mutual benefits that Rainier Scholars brings, what the Tacoma Public Schools brings, what the greater Tacoma community brings, it's always about what's best for kids. Rainier Scholars starts there. What does it mean to be a part of this community supporting our kids? And not TPS's kids, and not Tacoma's kids, but our kids. And Rainier Scholars owns our kids. And so it's really important that we think about not only what does Rainier Scholars do, what does TPS do, but what do we collectively do as a community, reduce duplications, add value, and that's what Rainier Scholars is coming in and doing right now, is adding value to this great ecosystem inside of Tacoma.
This is what we know. We know that teachers' actions inform students' experiences, and those experiences inform the beliefs, the kids' beliefs, and what they believe in themselves as learners. If students don't think they can learn, that affects everything that they do. We here at Rainier Scholars really want to build that confidence that kids can do hard things. And as a result, they see themselves as academicians. They see themselves as kids who can achieve and do anything.
I think students respond when they know that you believe in them. And when they see that we see that they're capable, they then start to see that for themselves too.
I actually think kids can be critical thinkers as young as kindergarten, maybe even before. So they're definitely ready to tackle big issues and big questions in 5th and 6th grade.
My name is Abby Sloan. I am a principal at Jenny Reed Elementary. Our school has wonderful things. We have wonderful people, we have wonderful children, right? And we have the most concrete in all of Washington. We have the most concentration of apartments. We have the highest turnover for students at 57% turnover for our kids, which means that sometimes we have students enrolled for 11 days. What I know for students that are enrolled in Rainier Scholars is that they'll have that same person no matter where they go until after college graduation. And I also know that they will be college graduates, especially because Rainier Scholars is part of the picture.
When we think about curriculum development at Rainier Scholars, we really think about what is going to be relevant to our students. We're starting with them as rising 5th graders, so we have 9 and 10-year-olds. Students are really learning how to think, so we're not telling them what to think, but we're really teaching them ways to approach a problem, approach a question. All of our curriculum centers around essential questions, and those essential questions will often be the same across subjects. But we really want our content to be relevant to their lives as children and young people of color.
Some of my colleagues believe that Rainier Scholar is going to provide scholarships for our students to go to college, and that is not the case. It's preparing students to be able to succeed in college, and because of that, they will be more apt to receive scholarships.
So for students that historically had prioritized sports because that was sort of the way in which to do the college thing potentially, or maybe their only option because financially was going to be a barrier, they've been able to say, I don't have to do that as a primary. Rainier Scholars got me. That's a big shift. It's a big shift in thinking that sports is not my only way for this journey.
I believe I have 5 Rainier Scholars. I was pretty excited about that. I've seen amazing growth in my Rainier Scholars. One thing that comes to mind is taking the standardized SBA test, and those kids read thoroughly and carefully. They were never the first to end the test. They were always one of the last, but it wasn't because they were struggling, it was because they were thorough, and they went back and reread, and they went back and checked and learned stuff off the test, which rarely happens.
They have a desire to learn. They're motivated. They're encouraged. They participate. They're taking on those leadership roles. I mean, hands are going up, waving in the air. When they're given the opportunity to speak on behalf of their class, they're some of the first ones who want to.
They're bringing the other students in to discussion, to dialogue about academic stuff. They have expressed to me when we do community circle, we'll ask a question such as, what are you looking forward to this summer? And unbelievably and invariably, they say Rainier Scholars. Like, that's their fun thing for the summer. That's something they want to do. When other kids are saying Wild Waves or whatever, they are invested. So I just love seeing that.
Rainier Scholars is an easy thing to sell, if you like, because what is it? It's support for kids, and support for kids way beyond what we can do. I just really think that it's really hard to say no to this. If it's just one more thing it feels like for you, I get that. And let me help you get the barrier, past that barrier, because even students or schools who have only like 15, 20% free and reduced lunch, even those schools have students who have a need. So it doesn't mean that you're not part of this. We're a team here. They're both in it together. Jump in.
As teachers think about the right students for Rainier Scholars, I would say thinking about your students who like to learn, who are curious, who ask a lot of questions, who are open to feedback when you give it to them, who want to grow as learners. We don't have to have students who are already at the top of the class, who are exceeding in everything, who are above grade level.
While there may be a long list of characteristics or indicators of what would make a successful scholar, at the 4th grade level, there's no perfect candidate. There's no ideal profile. What we're looking for are scholars that you feel may be up to the challenge.
You should know that Rainier Scholars is a wraparound program, and it's not just a summer camp. It's like somebody's giving you $100,000 because this group won't let you fail. This Rainier Scholars won't let kids fall through the cracks, and so because of that, I know they're going to stay with it, and I know that when they get into high school, they'll have those skills that will get them to higher education. So honestly, I just want everybody in it.
As I think about my time in the classroom, the thing that I loved the most was kids who wanted to learn, who were open to the feedback that you gave them. And I think what teachers will find when they get our scholars back in their classrooms, even after the first summer, is that they'll see huge strides in those areas, maybe in ways that they didn't think were possible. If there's anything I'd want other educators to know about Rainier Scholars, it's that our students can do more often than we think they can do. And they'll show you if you give them the opportunity.